to me, everybody want to say they're going to make it. Everybody want to talk about success. But I'm telling you right now, talk don't move mountains, work does. You can post it, you can tweet it, you can say it 1,000 times, but until you get up and grind, nothing changes. See, the world's full of people with potential, but potential means nothing without performance. You keep saying, I'm about to, I'm fixing to, I'm gonna stop. You've been about to for 5 years. You've been talking about your dreams longer than you've been chasing them. Let me tell you something. The grind doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're broke, or if nobody believes in you. It only rewards those who show up every single day, not when it's convenient, not when you feel motivated, but when it's hard, when it hurts, when nobody's watching. You say you want to be successful, then shut your mouth and let your work make the noise. Because talk is easy, execution is everything. Real dogs, real hustlers, real winners. They don't announce what they're gonna do. They wake up, put in the work, and the results speak for them. You don't need more people to believe in you. You need to believe in your grind. You don't need more words. You need more discipline. You don't need to post it. You need to practice it. So from this day forward, make a decision. No more talking, just work. No more excuses, no more promises, no more one day. If you're serious about your dreams, your habits better start matching your mouth. Because when you finally stop talking and start working, that's when everything changes. Stop announcing, start executing. Everybody's got something to say about what they're going to do, where they're going to be, and how they're going to change their lives. But the truth is, the world doesn't care about your plans, your promises, or your potential. It cares about what you produce. People love to talk about goals, about dreams, about what they're about to do. I'm about to start my business. I'm about to get in shape. I'm about to make a change. But about to never changed anybody's life. About to is just another way of saying, I'm not doing it yet. You can talk about your dreams all you want, but until you start executing, it's just noise. You don't get results from words. You get results from work. You can read every motivational book, listen to every podcast, and make 1,000 plans. But none of that means a thing until you take action. Talking feels good because it gives you the illusion of progress. It tricks your brain into thinking you're moving forward when really you're standing still. That's why some people stay stuck for years. They've mastered the art of sounding ambitious, but they've never learned the discipline of doing. The only thing that separates winners from talkers is execution. Execution is the difference between people who dream and people who achieve. The ones who execute don't need to tell anybody what they're doing because their results speak for them. You can see it in how they move, how they live, how they show up. They don't have time to talk about their goals because they're too busy chasing them. While others are posting about their plans, they're putting in the work. They're not worried about likes, followers, or validation. They're focused on progress. The noise doesn't distract them because they know that silence and sweat build empires. When you're serious about your goals, you don't announce every move you make. You just move. The people who talk the most usually do the least, and the people who do the most rarely have time to talk. Think about the greats. Their focus wasn't on convincing the world they were great. It was on doing the work that made them great. They were up early, staying late, studying, grinding, failing, learning, improving, repeating. Every single day they executed. No excuses, no explanations, just work. The problem with too much talk is that it kills momentum. Every time you tell somebody your plans, you release a little bit of that drive, that hunger, that fire inside you. You feel satisfied before you've even done the work. But when you stay quiet and just execute, you keep that fire burning. You keep that pressure on yourself to deliver. That's when you move with purpose. That's when you start building consistency. And consistency is where the magic happens. Because success isn't about one big move or one lucky break. It's about doing what needs to be done every single day, even when nobody's watching. Stop worrying about being seen and start focusing on being effective. Stop talking about what you're going to do and start showing the world through your actions. The people who matter will notice. The opportunities will come, but it starts with execution. You don't need permission, you don't need applause, and you definitely don't need to convince anyone to believe in you. All you need is to start. You'll never have everything figured out. You'll never feel fully ready. But if you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting forever. Just start. Do something today that moves you closer to where you want to be, even if it's small. Because small steps done consistently become unstoppable momentum. There's a moment in every person's life when they have to decide whether they're going to keep talking about it or finally do it. That moment defines everything. If you keep announcing your plans without backing them up with action, people stop listening. But when you start executing, people start watching. They start respecting you because you're proving it, not preaching it. So whatever dream you've been talking about, whatever vision you've been holding on to, stop talking about it and go make it real. Let your actions speak. Let your work shout louder than your words ever could. At the end of the day, results are the only language success understands. No one's going to remember what you said you were going to do. They're going to remember what you did. So enough with the speeches, enough with the promises, enough with the I'm about to. It's time to execute. It's time to work like your words don't exist. Because when your grind is loud, your words can stay silent. You don't owe the world an explanation. You owe yourself execution. Stop announcing, start executing, and watch how fast your life changes when your actions finally start speaking for you. Discipline over motivation. That's the real secret. Because motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Motivation is a feeling. It's that spark you get when you hear something inspiring, when you see someone winning, when you get a taste of success, but feelings fade. Discipline is different. Discipline is when you show up even when that spark is gone. It's when you wake up and do the work. No, not because you feel like it, but because you made a commitment to yourself that you would. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going when everything in you wants to quit. Too many people rely on motivation to move them. They wait until they feel ready. They say, I'll start when I'm motivated. But that's the biggest trap you can fall into. Because if you wait for motivation, you'll spend most of your life waiting. There will be days when you wake up tired, days when you don't want to move, days when everything feels heavy. And those are the days that separate the talkers from the doers. Discipline is what pushes you through when your emotions tell you to stop. It's what builds toughness. It's what transforms potential into progress. The truth is, you can't depend on feelings to build your future. Feelings are inconsistent. They change with your mood, your environment, your energy. One day you're fired up, the next day you're drained. If your grind depends on how you feel, your results will always be unstable. Discipline is what creates consistency. It's what keeps you locked in, focused, and committed regardless of your emotions. It's saying, I don't care how I feel. I made a promise to myself and I'm going to honor it. That's what separates the great from everyone else. The people who win aren't the ones who always feel inspired. They're the ones who show up regardless. They don't look for motivation to start. They build habits that make showing up automatic. When the alarm goes off at 5 a.m., they get up. When it's time to study, they focus. When it's time to train, they grind. Not because they want to, but because they've trained their minds to follow through. That's discipline, doing what's necessary even when you don't want to. Because the truth is, every step forward counts, even the ugly ones. Every rep, every page, every hour invested adds up. And over time, that consistency becomes power. You've got to understand that motivation is a moment, but discipline is a lifestyle. Motivation says, I'll do it when I feel good. Discipline says, I'll do it no matter how I feel. That's the difference between people who start strong and fade out and those who grind quietly until the job is done. It's easy to be motivated on day one when the goal is new and exciting. But what about day 20 or day 200 when it's boring, when progress feels slow, when no one is cheering? That's where discipline lives. That's where growth happens. Discipline is built in discomfort. It's built in the moments when you push through the resistance. Every time you choose to do the hard thing instead of the easy thing, you're building that muscle. Every time you show up when you could have stayed home, you're strengthening your willpower. And eventually, it becomes who you are. You start to crave progress more than comfort. You start to trust yourself because you've proven over and over that you'll follow through. That's what discipline does. It builds self-respect. It teaches you that you don't need to wait for someone or something to push you. You've got that fire inside. People love to chase motivation because it feels good. It's exciting. It's emotional. But discipline isn't supposed to feel good. It's supposed to work. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable, to stretch you, to test you. Because greatness is built in the repetition of boring, unglamorous work. The world sees the highlight reel, but discipline lives in the dark, in the unseen hours where you keep showing up and grinding while nobody's watching. So stop chasing the feeling. Start building the foundation. You won't always be excited, but you can always be disciplined. You won't always want to work, but you can always choose to move. The moment you stop depending on motivation is the moment you become dangerous, because nothing can stop a person who's disciplined. You don't need to wait for the perfect time or the perfect mood. You just need to decide that no matter what happens, you'll keep showing up. Discipline is freedom. It gives you control over your life. It gives you peace because you know you're doing what needs to be done. And when you stay consistent long enough, motivation starts to follow discipline. You start to feel that spark again, not because of words or inspiration, but because you're proud of your progress. That's the real reward. At the end of the day, you can't build a dream on feelings. You build it on commitment. You build it with sweat, sacrifice, and self-control. Motivation will get you moving for a day. Discipline will change your life forever. Stop waiting for the feeling to come. Do it because you said you would. Do it because you owe it to yourself. That's the power of discipline. It's not about feeling ready. It's about deciding you're never quitting. Let actions speak louder than words. That's the mindset that separates those who dream from those who deliver. Anyone can talk about success, about goals, about what they're going to accomplish. But talk doesn't build legacies. Talk doesn't change lives. Results do. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, but if your actions don't match your words mean nothing. The world has heard enough promises, enough declarations, enough. I'm going to. It's time to stop saying it and start showing it. When you let your actions speak, you don't have to convince anyone who you are. Your work becomes your voice. You don't need to explain your hustle because the evidence is in your progress. When people see you grinding day after day, they feel it. They see the consistency, the effort, the sacrifices. You don't need to tell them you're dedicated. They can see it. You don't need to announce your dreams. They can see them taking shape through your work ethic. That's power. Because words can be questioned, but actions can't be denied. Talk is easy. It costs nothing to speak. It costs everything to execute. It's easy to say you're going to wake up early, start the business, get in shape, fix your life. It's easy to make a list and tell people your plan. But when the alarm goes off at 4:30 a.m., when the work gets hard, when no one's watching, that's when actions separate you from the crowd. The ones who just talk hit the snooze button. The ones who act get up and grind. Because action doesn't care how you feel. Action doesn't wait for the perfect moment. Action gets up, gets it done, and lets the results do the talking. See, the loudest person in the room is rarely the most focused one. The people who are truly on a mission don't have time to talk about it. They're too busy living it. They understand that silence is strength. They understand that while others are talking, they're training. While others are showing off, they're showing up. The grind doesn't need an audience. It just needs consistency. Every rep, every late night, every early morning is a statement louder than any words could ever be. When you're serious about success, you stop explaining yourself. You stop defending your vision to people who can't see it. You stop wasting time trying to prove you're committed. You just prove it by doing the work. Because the truth is, The people who doubt you aren't listening to what you say. They're watching what you do. Every time you follow through, you silence the noise. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you speak volumes without saying a word. Letting your actions speak means having integrity with your effort. It means showing up even when nobody's watching, when there's no applause, no recognition, no reward in sight. It's about doing what's right when it's hard, about working behind closed doors until the doors finally open. The world doesn't need another person talking about what they're going to do. It needs people who are willing to do it. Because when you live that way, your results start talking for you. They introduce you before you even open your mouth. Every great person you've ever admired built their reputation on action, not talk. They didn't need to shout about what they were doing. They just did it. They stayed low, stayed focused, and let their success make the noise. That's the formula. You don't need to hype yourself up online. You don't need to broadcast your every move. Just work. Because when the results come, people will notice. They'll ask how you did it, and you can simply say, I worked. There's something powerful about quiet progress. There's a peace that comes when you know you're putting in the effort, when you know your grind is real. You don't have to chase validation. You don't have to seek approval. You're too focused on becoming who you said you'd be. And when your results finally show, there's no arguing with that. People might have doubted you at first, but results shut everyone up. They erase excuses. They silence doubt. So from now on, talk less and do more. You don't need to post about it. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to announce it. Let your work ethic be your language. Let your success be your statement. Every single day, take one more step, one more rep, one more action that pushes you closer to your dream. You'll be amazed how much noise fades when you're too busy working to listen to it. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't remember what you said. It remembers what you did. People don't follow words. They follow results. You can't fake consistency. You can't fake hard work. You can't fake success. It's earned, and it's earned through action. So stop talking about your plans and start becoming your plan. When your actions are strong enough, your results will speak so loud that you won't have to say a single word. Let your actions tell your story, because talk gets attention, but execution builds legacy. Match your habits to your dreams. You can't talk about wanting success and live like you don't want it. You can't say you want to be great and keep doing average things. Every dream you have demands a certain version of you. And until your habits rise to that level, that dream will always stay out of reach. People love to say they want to win, but their daily routine doesn't show it. You can tell me what you want all day long, but I can look at your habits and tell you what you're going to get, because your habits are the truest reflection of your future. If you want to know where your life is headed, don't look at your goals. Look at your patterns. Look at how you spend your time, how you react when things get tough, how often you show up. Everyone wants the rewards, but few want the routines. You can't have championship dreams with lazy habits. You can't ask for excellence and live with excuses. Success is built in the small, consistent actions that most people overlook. It's not about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Dreams are expensive. They cost discipline, focus, and sacrifice. They demand that you give up comfort for consistency, pleasure for progress, distractions for direction. And if you're not willing to pay that price through your habits, then you're not ready for that dream. Too many people are in love with the idea of success, but not with the process. They want the spotlight without the struggle. They want the results without the repetition. But the truth is, your habits are the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. If that bridge isn't built strong, you'll never make it to the other side. Every successful person you admire became that way because they built habits that supported their vision. They trained their minds and bodies to move toward their goals daily. They didn't wake up great. They built greatness, one disciplined habit at a time. If you study champions, entrepreneurs, artists, or leaders, you'll find the same pattern. They don't wait for motivation. They rely on consistency. They know that greatness hides in the small details, in the choices you make when no one's watching. So, what are your habits saying about you? Do they say you're serious, or do they say you're just talking? Do they say you're disciplined or distracted? Every time you hit snooze, every time you skip a workout, every time you put off the work, you're voting against your dream. Every time you show up, every time you choose focus over comfort, every time you give your best, you're voting for it. Every day you're casting votes for the person you want to become, and eventually those votes become your reality. Matching your habits to your dreams also means being honest with yourself. Stop lying about what you want if your actions don't back it up. You can't say you want to be successful and keep wasting time. You can't say you want financial freedom and keep spending recklessly. You can't say you want to be fit and keep eating like it doesn't matter. Your dream doesn't care about your intentions. It cares about your effort. You either want it or you don't, and your habits prove which one it is. Change doesn't happen all at once. It happens through discipline repeated over time. You start small, but you stay consistent. You replace one bad habit with one good one. You commit to one more hour of work, one more rep at the gym, one more page in the book. Every little change adds up. Over time, those small daily habits compound into massive results. That's the secret that most people overlook. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Matching your habits to your dreams also requires patience. You might not see results right away, and that's okay. Most people quit because they don't see progress fast enough. But the habits you build today are seeds. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree overnight. You water it, you nurture it, you stay consistent, and eventually it grows. The same goes for your goals. The habits you practice every day are shaping your future in ways you can't even see yet. Keep showing up, even when it feels like nothing's happening, because something always is. At the end of the day, your dream doesn't need more talk. It needs proof. It needs action, effort, and discipline. You can't wish your way to success. You work your way there. Your habits are the engine that drives your dream forward. When they align, your progress becomes unstoppable. When they don't, your dream becomes a fantasy. So stop saying you want it and start living like you want it. Start waking up with purpose. Start managing your time with intention. Start putting in the effort your dream deserves. Every choice you make is either moving you closer to your dream or further away from it. You get to decide. Don't let your mouth write checks your habits can't cash. Because when your habits finally match your dreams, that's when the breakthrough happens. That's when you stop chasing success and start becoming it. Let's be real. Talk means nothing if you never take action. You can say you want it, you can post about it, you can dream about it every night, but until you move, nothing in your life will ever change. The message has been the same from the start. No more talking, just work. You've heard enough speeches, enough promises, enough. I'm going to start tomorrow. You've had enough of convincing yourself that planning is progress. It's time to stop playing with your potential and start respecting your purpose. Every day you wake up, you get two choices. Make excuses or make progress. Every single person wants success, but not everyone is willing to suffer for it. Not everyone is willing to put their head down and grind when nobody is watching. But that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what defines the ones who make it. You can't keep saying you're hungry for success when you keep feeding yourself comfort. You can't expect to live your dream life on lazy habits. You can't talk your way into greatness. You've got to work your way there. The truth is, the work is the only thing that never lies. You can fool others, but you can't fool the grind. The grind knows how many hours you've really put in. The grind knows when you gave up early, when you took shortcuts, when you settled for average, and it will expose you every single time. But that same grind will reward you if you stay true. It will pay you back with growth, respect, and results. But only after you've given it everything. You have to fall in love with the process. You have to find pride in doing the work even when the outcome isn't visible yet. You have to stop chasing motivation and start chasing mastery. Motivation fades, but mastery stays. It's the small daily actions, the quiet consistency, the unseen sacrifices that create transformation. You don't need to post your hustle. You don't need to tell anyone about your grind. Just do it. Because when you stay disciplined long enough, your results will speak so loud that no one will ever question your dedication again. And understand this, you don't get to skip steps. Everyone wants to start at the top, but nobody wants to climb. You have to embrace the climb, the sweat, the struggle, the setbacks. Those moments are the real training ground. That's where character is built. That's where toughness is born. Every failure is just a test to see how bad you really want it. Most people quit because they think pain means stop, but pain means grow. The pain is the proof that you're moving forward. The pain is the price of progress. So stop looking for the easy way. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop asking for permission to go after what's yours. You don't need anyone to tell you you're ready. You just need to decide. You need to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm done talking. I'm done wishing. I'm done starting over. From now on, it's action. That decision alone can change everything. Because once you commit to doing whatever it takes, the universe starts moving for you. Opportunities open up, momentum builds, doors start unlocking. But only when you show up for yourself first. You've got to understand, time is running out. Every day you wait is a day you can't get back. Stop wasting your years preparing to begin. Begin now. You're not behind. You're just not consistent yet. Stop saying someday and make today that day. You don't need more time. You need more discipline. You don't need more motivation. You need more execution. Because when you stop talking and start working, something shifts inside you. You stop chasing hype and start building legacy. When it's all said and done, nobody will remember what you said you were going to do. They'll remember what you did. They'll remember the grind, the growth, the results. You can either keep being known for your words or become respected for your work. The choice is yours. So here's the truth. The dream is real, but it's not free. It demands your focus, your sacrifice, your consistency. It demands that your habits, your effort, and your energy match your ambition. You don't get to talk your way to success. You've got to earn it hour by hour, day by day. So from this moment on, no more empty promises, no more excuses, no more waiting for the perfect time. It's time to grind. It's time to execute. It's time to let your work speak for you. No more talking, just work. Because when the work is real, the results are undeniable. And when the results come, you won't need to say a word. The world will already know who you are.